I get it, you want to enjoy the holiday period, and so do I. Some people completely take their foot off the gas until January, and others will keep going as hard as they've been going pretty much all year round. And I'm somewhere in the middle. The reason being is because most people put on the majority of their weight over November and December. Come January, they're disheartened and don't really know what to do because they've got an extra 5 to 10 pounds to lose come January, just from the period of November to December. So by the end of this video, you're gonna have an eating guide that's gonna help you minimize fat gain over the holiday period. It may not be a surprise to you that most people put on a lot of weight over November, over December. I think mostly over December, and there is some research to back this up. So I'm not just pulling this out my arse. People do put on most of their weight over November and December, then start to lose it come January, and then it becomes a cycle. So the first thing I think you should do is to rethink fat loss. So you don't have to. I was actually continuing my diet all the way until today, and I'm gonna still be careful, but you don't have to do that. What you can do is, instead of doing that, go into maintenance phase where you're maintaining your current body weight. You're not focusing on fat loss, you're not doing anything aggressive or anything out of the ordinary, but you're just trying to maintain your current weight to not add any additional pounds. So come January, you're setting yourself up for success and not to try and lose the extra pounds you put on. And to be honest, it makes a lot of sense why people put on so much weight over, the Christmas period, over November, because there's lots of food and lots of drinks, lots of parties going on, lots of opportunities to overeat. So that's the first one. You want to get your mindset in check. The second one, what you can do is actually eat before you go to a party. You might be thinking, oh, that's super boring. But this is one strategy that will avoid you just overindulging when it comes to going to a party. You can eat all your healthy, nutritious meal before you go to a party, and then maybe have a couple of drinks at a party, or maybe just save a bit of calories for dessert and a few drinks at the party. If you're eating your main meal before you go to the party, it does significantly decrease your chance of overeating, because you'll go to the party somewhat full and the rest will just be, a few additional a few hundred additional calories. That is not really something I like to do. I've done it in the past, but then I kind of feel like I'm missing out when I'm there, and I'm missing the whole point of the party. So this next one is something I actually really like to do, and I do often. Save my calories for the party, or save my calories for the dinner, the lunch, whatever it is. So what I will do is I'll eat around it in a very strategic way. So I will have, let's say it's the dinner. Let's say you're going to a Christmas dinner, or some sort of dinner at your friend's house, and there's going to be some great tasting food. What you do is you have breakfast and lunch, I'd say all lean protein and veg. So breakfast could be like an egg white omelette with some vegetables, like 2 servings of vegetables. Lunch could be like a chicken, like white fish or lean beef, or seafood salad. Or when I say salad, I mean including broccoli, some asparagus, lots of non-starchy vegetables, which are going to keep you full. Is going to keep you full even until dinner time. And also that means you're getting maximum 500 calories between those 2 meals, and then come dinner, even if you're eating only 2,000 calories a day, you've got 1,500 calories to spare. And if you're eating 1,700 calories a day, you still have 1,200 calories to spare. And then when it comes to dinner, as long as you don't go crazy and you just have one meal, then you're going to be in a good place. And even if you go slightly over, that's not going to be a problem. And at this dinner, after you've banked some calories, what I'll do is I still suggest leading with protein. Have a good portion of protein, a good amount of non-starchy vegetables. So what it could look like even 25% of your plate being protein, 40 to 50% of your plate being non-starchy veg, stuff like Brussels sprouts, carrots, green beans, whatever is on offer. And then you could have 25% potatoes, and make sure obviously that plate's not some giant platter plate, but a good sized plate. And then you will still be able to have dessert and a few drinks, and you should be more than fine. Another thing I do is I limit myself to one plate, or just one plate of food, and then a dessert, just one dessert, and maybe 1 or 2 drinks, and no grazing, no picking, no snacking in between, just one like plate of food. That makes sure that I have a much less chance of actually overeating. Another thing you can do is kind of the final bit of advice I'd give you on this is practice intermittent fasting. So what you can do is, if you're going out for dinner, for example, have like your first meal at around 1 p.m. and then make it that just one meal, and then you can have, maybe if you wanted to get more protein in, have like a protein shake with no milk in between, and then that'll be like 120 calories. So you're looking at probably around 300, 400 calories, and then you've got the rest of your calories for dinner. That might work better for some of you. I know some people don't do well with intermittent fasting. They get hangry, they get anxious, they just don't feel that great. So it's up to you. If you're used to intermittent fasting, you can practice that, put that into place, and you will have more than enough, calories to spare for dinner, and you will be able to enjoy dinner like without thinking about it. Again, stick to that one plate, one dessert, no grazing, and I promise you, if you follow the strategies discussed in this video, you're not going to put on much weight. If anything, you'll very, very likely maintain your weight during this period. If you put on 1 pound or 2, that's not the end of the world. At least it's not going to be 5 or 10 pounds. But if you follow this strategy and also just eat normally when you don't have the parties and events on, then you're going to be at least maintaining your weight. You might even lose a few pounds. So just make sure you action this advice and don't go crazy. That's what I can say. Well, have the best Christmas like ever. And if you're interested in building muscle and losing fat, or you're interested in getting a personalized plan, join my free Facebook group. When you join my free Facebook group, you have access to a lot of resources that will help you towards your goals. Anyway, if you haven't clicked that like button, hit that like button. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification to be alerted as soon as I post a video in the future. And until the next video, Merry Christmas and keep pushing your limits.